Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at Springfield's new 15-round mag for the Hellcat. Springfield sent me this mag pre-release to do some testing on, and I'm really happy with it so far. It is really cool already what they did with this size of gun and being able to put 13 rounds in a magazine with the ones that actually came with it, opposed to the fact that they just added 2 more rounds, which is really neat. Whenever you can add more rounds to your gun, it's never a bad thing. It's always a good thing. So it's really neat that they've been thinking still and trying to innovate a little bit more and adding that to this already really small gun and be able to add more capacity to it. And that's already a big bonus for this gun for me. That's why I carry this, and that's why I trust it with my wife and my father. I ended up getting them Hellcats as well after I really started to trust mine, is because of the capacity and how it has a lot of other really nice features that I like, which I have other reviews on that if you guys would like to see that. My after a year of carrying review, if you'd like to see that video. But it's still a very small compact size. The magazine itself, I like Springfield's mags. They've worked really well for me. I have, I believe, 8 of them now, and I've never had any malfunctions with the magazines themselves. I have some of the smaller ones, these ones, and now the 15-round one. I will most likely probably not carry with this magazine in, just because it does make the gun a little bit longer and a little harder to conceal. What I'm probably going to be doing, they sent me a Neo mag as well, which is really neat. I like these Neo mags a lot. They sent me this as well to go with it. This is probably just going to go in my pocket as a backup magazine because I usually carry a spare magazine with me. I'm going to continue to probably carry this setup. I need to do a little more testing. I haven't done enough carrying with it to see if I really like it or not, especially summertime because you're wearing things like just a t-shirt. It's a little harder to conceal. So with the extra length, it might be a little bit harder. I carry a Glock 19, I carried a Glock 17. I don't have any issues with that. So depending on holster, you might not have any issues with this. Actually, my carry gun's right here is what I've been carrying, a OZ9, and I don't really have any issues with that. So honestly, you really shouldn't have any issues as long as you have a good holster to go along with it. So if you want to, you could carry with this. Me personally, I'm probably going to use this as a backup. Feeding, I have had no issues with this one as well. It's just like the other ones. Feeds really well. Now, one thing that I did notice with this is it was very hard to load all 15. I got to about 9 and it got super difficult. I had to get a loader to actually get them all loaded. With these ones, I've never had any problems with them. These load actually fairly easily. This one was really difficult. I'm hoping it was just something that it's new, so it's going to take a little while to wear. What I'm going to do is load it up and leave it in there for a little while, and hopefully it loosens that spring up a little bit. But that was something I noticed that I wanted to mention, that it was a little tougher. There's really not much else to say. I haven't had a ton of time behind this. They sent it to me about a week early, so it was really nice of them to do that so I could at least try it out and see what I thought of it. So that time is really going to tell with this how it functions, how it works, if it's reliable. So I'm going to continue to test this, and I'll update you guys later on that. But as long as it runs just like these, I'm going to trust it completely, and I don't really see it being any different. One other thing I want to note before we finish this is I've seen out there is a lawsuit about this, about it being against some patents, and Springfield came out and said this does not go against any patents, and they worked really hard on this design. There's nothing been decided whether it is or not yet. So with that being said, we're just going to leave it where that is, where there's a lawsuit against it. They said they didn't do it, so I'm going to leave it right there because there's no other information I have currently in the time of filming this. There might be things that happen here in the future, which we'll just have to watch that. But for right now, the fact that they were able to add 2 more rounds to an already high capacity gun in my mind for the size, super cool. You can never say no to more capacity and in a smaller package like this. And the fact that they didn't have to make it ridiculously long, which I'll show you guys some B-roll of this next to it, and kind of see the size difference and kind of decide what you think works best for you. But definitely, if you guys have a Hellcat, you carry it, definitely would recommend something like this as long as it continues to be reliable for me, which again, I haven't had any reliable issues with the previous models of magazines. These ones are pretty much identical, just a different base plate, so I can't imagine I'm going to have any problems with it further. I've been doing some testing on this Hellcat. This is not the one I carry. I carry a black one with just iron sights. This was my wife's, but now we switched because I put the Hollow Sun 507K with the CHPW plate on here. A lot of people were really interested in this setup because they weren't sure if they could put this optic on here, but with the plate from CHPWS, you can. So I've been playing around with this. I will have a video coming soon on the benefits of red dot versus the iron sights. That should be here in the next couple weeks, but same reliability has been with this one. Really like this gun. If you guys know me or follow my channel and see my videos, you know I'm not a big fan of Springfield handguns. I've never really liked their XD series. That's why I really wasn't super open about this, but once I got my hands on one and started shooting it, really changed my mind on this and made me a believer on this gun. So other than that, there's really not too much to say other than I can continue to test it and I will update you guys. Pretty cool product. I appreciate Springfield for continuing to try to innovate and make this better. I would love to see them come out with a bigger Hellcat and continue with this series because I really like this gun, but I can see that coming later down the road. If you guys have any questions about this gun, let me know. I got some other reviews and videos. You guys really like Springfield Hellcat videos because I notice the videos that I post about it get a lot more views than some of the other ones. So I'll continue to do that because I know the need or the want is there for that. I had a lot of questions about my concealed gun. This is my OZ9 that I'm currently testing. I've put enough rounds through it now that I trust it to carry with me. This gun is very cool. As long as it continues to perform the way it is, and I hope it continues to exceed my expectations because I have really high expectations for this gun because it's obviously a very expensive gun, and you guys know my thoughts on expensive guns and expensive products. It's usually a con for me is the expense. But so far, very nice gun. Had a lot of fun with it. Did a first looks video that's on my Instagram if you guys want to see that. Other than that, really excited about this. We'll be doing a full review after I get enough rounds and really comfortable with this gun to give you guys my opinion. If you want to help support the channel and the things that I do here, there are a couple ways to do that down below in the description. There are some discount codes for multiple companies that I trust. If you guys use those, just gives you guys a discount. Also, there's a link to my website from there. You can use the links to other websites like Brownells, Air Precision, Palmeiras Armory. Anything you purchase there shows those companies I'm generating traffic, which always helps out the channel, and I really appreciate that. With YouTube really demonetizing all my videos and everything because guns are horrifying apparently, especially when they're just sitting here on a couch. It's really been cutting into my ammo fund, which stinks because it's difficult to continue to test guns and get out to the range and do a lot of shooting to get the amount of rounds I want to put through this to get my opinion, because I don't like to go out here and shoot 50 rounds and be like, oh yeah, the gun's amazing, it shot 50 rounds. That to me is not a good review. I want to be able to put way more rounds set for you guys so I can give you my honest opinion on something. So anything that you guys do there helps a lot. If not, I just appreciate you guys being here, liking, sharing, and subscribing. A couple companies that support me in the channel, one being Howitzer. Absolutely love these guys and the things they do. They donate 5% of proceeds to charity, which is absolutely awesome, and a really cool company. They make great clothes and they change the designs all the time, and they have jeans, pants, hats, socks. I mean, they have everything, and absolutely love them. Another company is TA Targets, and I have my range completely filled with our targets. I love what they stand for as a company and the things that they support. Really cool company, great targets. It's very important to have high quality targets, and they are. You can use my code Tactical Advisor, and that will save you 10% on some targets. Other than that, I just appreciate you guys being here. You guys are awesome, and I look forward to seeing you guys later.